What is going on, everybody? This is Uzo here, and in this first episode of Bossing Tips, we are going to be going over Chaos Root Abyss Queen. In this boss, we'll go over some things you need to pay attention to as far as stages, different attacks, all these good things so that you don't die 5 times and not get your loot. So first off, here's what you got to do. In order to start the boss, you must click on her face. That means clicking, I don't know how many times it is, I believe it's 3 or 4 times, and that will actually start the boss. Now, this first stage that we're going to be getting into, one of the key things you want to pay attention to is fire. Fire was what's going to kill you in this stage, whether you're getting fire breathed on you or you're being caught on fire and having your HP drained that way. This stage can be very deadly. When you stand next to party members who are on fire or not on fire, they will also take damage as well. One way to avoid this is extremely high status resist. As you can see, my Evan has its dragon up, which puts me at about 104% status resist. And pretty much the only way to get rid of that fire is to die. So if you are on fire, make sure you have enough HP potions. They will be going very, very quickly. Now, moving on to this next stage, I will be your opponent. In this stage, where she summons a bunch of hearts that do damage to you, as well as a mirror that can seduce you and lead to instant death. If you do get killed by a mirror, she also will heal her HP, which makes the boss that much harder. Ways to deal with this: if you're standing on a bunch of hearts, you can just spam the HP pot button that you have, or I believe if you are a dark side character, you can tank the hearts by running through all of them and having them explode. Also, depending on what kind of class you are, if you are a single target, the hearts can actually block attacks for her. As you can see, I will miss on those hearts. They do quite a bit of damage, and if she hits you with her claws, she can actually seal you. Now, moving on to this next stage, I will destroy you all. This stage is where instead of breathing on you, she sucks you in. The little circle on the ground will actually reverse your direction, making it hard to jump away from her when she's breathing you in. Oftentimes it's put right in front of her, so it mixes you up right before she's about to breathe in, and you end up dying. Luckily, Shade skill procced here, and I didn't, and I was able to jump away to safety. Now, this stage, pretty much just stay as far away from her as possible. If you want, you can go to the other side of her and hit her from behind, and that way you won't be able to get stuck in the vortex. Moving on to the next stage, Feel My Pain. If you haven't guessed it, this is the DR stage. In this stage, she will produce a round red barrier around her, which is essentially her form of DR. Don't hit her. Another thing that she will also do is hit you, so that she will also drain your HP, and she also has a debuff where if you heal yourself, it will lead to death. It will essentially take away the HP you would have healed yourself with. One thing to get rid of that is to use Hero's Will. Again, something like status resist in a stage like this will help out tremendously. If you're an Evan, pretty much just drop your dragon. And now we're back to the first stage, to Ashes. Again, fire. You want to stay away from it. Don't let her hit you. She will also blind you and make the screen all black and whatnot, and you won't be able to see the boss, which makes it really difficult to dodge the flames, the breaths, everything pretty much in this stage. Again, if you have status resist or any way to gain more status resist, that is the best way to avoid most of Queen's attacks and debuffs. Pretty much, if you get hit by the fire, not much you can do about it. Otherwise, just go ahead and keep on attacking. If you are in a party like we are now and you seem to be losing a lot of lives due to random deaths, things that you just couldn't account for, stay dead. In this boss, there's a box at the end that you have to hit. They will revive you at the end if you still have lives, so you can get your loot just like everybody else. And I think that's pretty much it. The rest of this boss run is going to be more of a repeat of everything that we've gone over so far. If you have any questions, be sure to leave them in the comments below. We're going to go ahead and finish up this boss run, speed it up just a little bit. We did actually clear it, and it was not the best run, but we were able to complete it nonetheless. This is episode 1 of the Bossing Tips video. There are more to come. Be sure to stay tuned for those, and we will see you in the next one. Also, be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll catch you in the next video.